I don't know who needs to hear this, but all tanks are vulnerable to top attack. Now, I'm talking here about the Ukrainian M1 that was lost. And there's a lot of, we had the Russian trolls out. Oh, you lost your stuff is crap. Look, this is a tank that was attacked by a drone from the top. All tanks are vulnerable from the top. It's simple geometry, okay? That tanks are protected from the side and from the front, and there's not a lot of surface area around there. And so any armor, you don't need as much as you would need if you were trying to cover the top of the turret and the deck and all that. And so all tanks necessarily have to have thinner armor. You can't put the good stuff, right? We got good stuff. We got all this ceramic, depleted uranium. We got all this weird stuff, right? That's on the sides and mainly on the front. Top, not so much. You get in an Abrams, and you when your head goes down, you're very aware that that's just a little deck up there that is not stopping much. Right? It's supposed to stop shrapnel and that sort of thing. That is the big problem that tanks have, and that is why missiles like the Javelin are so effective, because they attack a tank from the top. They fly over the tank and shoot down at it. And so this is what's going on. By the way, this is what happened to battleships, right? This is the problem that battleships had, because battleships early on, when they had just sights, and they were at fairly close range, and the trajectories were fairly flat, right? And so you only had to defend armor the side of a battleship, right? The side of the ship, the side of the turrets, that sort of thing. But as gunnery got better and you started engaging at the end of your trajectory, the fire was what they called plunging fire, right? And in fact, the United States designed a super heavy round that plunged even more, right? We were going for that. And the thing is, you would go under the waterline or you would hit the deck of the tank, the battleship. You can't, and it was just so much surface area, you could never afford the weight to protect it. And so in the end, adding more steel was not an option to protect ships once the fire started plunging down from the top, and they had to go in other directions, right? And in fact, where did the Navy go? They stopped armoring against being hit, and they started to avoid being hit, right? By intercepting things and keeping threats away, far, far away from them. That is kind of where this tank development's going. So the Abrams has just nothing special from top attack, okay? And that is going to be a problem. And so we're going to look at the development of anti-drone weapons, and there's a lot of these things going out there, and Ukraine is getting some of these weapons. Obviously not as many as they used to. And so we're seeing that, but that is a known, it's just the nature of the beast. Nothing we can do about that. No tank at this point doesn't have this problem.